So if you joined us before, you'll know that I am a fan of Milwaukee tools. I love the red and black. Now, my Milwaukee journey started back in 2018 when I was running a machinery dealership at the time, and we'd just taken on a new workshop. And to treat myself, I bought a package of Milwaukee, one of the bundles where you get a load of stuff in one go. Now, beside me, I have an M18 impact driver and an M18 drill, and both of these tools were from the original set, including the original batteries, and they are still working perfectly to this day. Now, these have been worked. They have done a lot of work because they were used in the dealership, and now they are in our mechanical workshop where they're used every day by Mike. So I'm very pleased that they are all still going, although the drill, I think, does actually need a new chuck now. It's had its best days. Now, also in that kit was this M18 circular saw, which is great. It has served me very, very well. Now, when we took on that workshop, all of these tools, my first job was to build that workshop, get it all sorted, and then we converted the old building into a brand new shop, which was of a very timber design. All the shelving was timber, all the walling was clad with pallet cladding, and it just looked absolutely brilliant. Now, so that saw has done a lot of work, and it's been used in the good, the rough, the smooth, and probably for some things that probably shouldn't have been done. And it's starting to show its age, because now when you put a battery in it, which I'll just demonstrate in a moment, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I was in the market for a new circular saw, but because I also love the M12 equipment, I thought, do I go for the new M12 circular saw, or do I go for an M18 saw, again the same as this? So I thought other people are probably asking that question. So today we're going to compare the M18 circular saw versus the M12 circular saw. Right, so I don't know if this will actually do it now. It might just work perfectly. So I'm going to stick the forge in it and see if this one fires up. Okay, as you see, it still works, but sometimes when you go to pull the trigger, it doesn't. And it's always at that one point where you want to go in and cut, and it doesn't work. So it's definitely time for a new one. So Josh is here to help me. Right, what have we got, mate? What have we got? It's making it rather harder than it is. So we've got the M12 FCS442.
Which is the
M12
version.
12 volts, compact circular saw.
And I got the 18 volt version. I got the M18 FCS552.
Which is the new model from the one that I've got. So I got the Gen 1 already, and that's, well, the next one.
Unit only.
Unit only.
So that's why it's in a small box.
Let's well, before we open them up, let's have a look at the specs. So the M12 can do 3,850 RPM.
Yeah, with this one, 6,000 RPM.
Okay, so there's going to be a big difference straight away. Mine goes 50 degrees on the angle for cutting angles.
Yeah, again, 50 degrees on here.
Mm-hmm. Mine can cut 46mm deep, so perfect for your framing stud work.
For your 4B2s.
Yeah.
Yeah. 57mm on this one, so it goes a little bit thicker.
Yeah, definitely deeper. Mm-hmm. Deeper. I've got, well, my blade on it is 140 by 20 by 1.6.
165mm by 20mm.
So same hole in the middle,
yeah.
But obviously just got a bigger blade.
Wider, more diameter, yeah.
Yeah. LED light?
Yes,
yeah,
LED.
Both LED, and he weighs in at only 2.5 kilos.
Mine's not much more, 2.8 kilos.
Which I'm presuming is bare tool. Obviously with an M12 battery, it's going to make it lighter compared to an M18
yeah.
thing. Right, let's open them up, see what we've got. So we have a beautiful look at that. It's lovely, isn't it? Now, I know we have seen this when we went to Lisbon and Monaco. 2 5 amp hour high output batteries, blade, charger, dust extractor, and guide.
Nice.
Cool. What have you got?
M18 wise, let's have a look at this one.
This is going to be able to see the true size difference, isn't it?
Guide.
Same guide by the looks of it.
Blade.
Bigger.
Unit. Bigger.
Yeah. That is a massive amount of difference, isn't it? Oh my God. You don't think it's only, well, 300 grams? You can feel it, can't you?
Yeah. That's so much more manoeuvrable, isn't it?
And size-wise, between the old one there and the new one. So this is a, what's the code? There it is. It says M18 FCS55.
Yeah, this is FCS552.
Yeah, so Gen 2.
A lot of similarities, so isn't it?
Everything's all very, very similar, isn't it? It's a completely different motor sort of shape. Yours is more of a squarer, flatter surface there. That's roundier.
prefer your angle.
Yeah.
One on the front.
Nice.
Lovely.
Right. I think we better get on with the first test.
Okay.
Let's do it. The first test is going to be on this 145 by 45 piece of timber. M12 up first. Let's see what it can do.
Right, so it's M18 time, and I'm going to use a 6 amp forged battery on this one. Not being funny, that didn't struggle when we put it through.
No, it didn't.
So if you are generally doing framing every single day of the week, that is going to be key, isn't it? I suppose for that as well.
The weight, yeah, upside down.
Upside down.
Yeah. Well, what are you cutting? And it has, I didn't actually realise, but it has actually also got your stud clamp there as well.
Yes.
So you can hang it on a stud, which is nice. Obviously, the big one's got on the big one on the top, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that, power. Oh, definite power.
Do you think it's got more power than your old one? I suppose you haven't used it.
I haven't used it yet. I just used one cut just now after Josh finished his cut. But I think now we're going to put it through some 45mm dense chipboard. Yeah. I think that'll be a very, very good test for it. And then we'll try it on some other stuff as well.
I think we want to push as quickly and as hard as we can.
See if we can stall it. Stall.
Because that might stop, that might keep going.
Yeah. All right, let's stall it. Let's do it. So you want me to try and stall it?
Go as hard as you want, mate.
All right, cool. 40mm chipboard. That's fair.
That's pretty good.
That is very impressive. That is very good.
For a 12 volt?
That is immense. You know, that it's right, like kitchen worktop, isn't it?
Yeah, kitchen worktop dimensions.
Yeah.
It's that sort of thing.
Perfect. Now, if you wonder why we're wearing masks and we haven't got dust extraction, it's because we don't actually have a red coloured extraction system.
No. So if you want to send one on, Milwaukee, you crack right on.
But didn't think you'd respect us using a green, blue or pink one.
Yellow.
So, yellow, even. There we go. Right, let's try your compact.
Compact?
Yeah, it's subcompact. That's compact.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what you...
Well, Milwaukee make a 190mm, which is a full-size circular saw.
I'm just going to call this a big boy.
Well, it's the smallest M18 one.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's surprising him even more with the power, sir. Right, take two, because Josh didn't have his goggles on.
No.
Right. Safety Sally's out of Josh, remember?
Yeah, ready?
Yeah.
Go!
There we are.
Boom!
That, yeah, it's definitely got more power, but it just shows you how powerful that little M12 is, though.
Yeah, definitely.
For a little compact, or subcompact, sorry.
Just absolutely rips through it, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah, mad.
What about something like scaffold boards next?
Cutting against the, like with the grain.
Yeah.
So you're going with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good.
That'd be a bit harder, wouldn't it?
And we could also try it against the old circular saw as well.
Yeah.
To see the difference between that and the older version.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that, look. Power! Just as a bit of a benchmark, I'm going to put my old saw through that bit of timber as well, just to see the power difference. Obviously, this has a little bit of a duller blade, so it's not a true representation, but it'll definitely give you an idea. That's the problem I was talking about. Hey, now we're away. Right. Oh, beautiful. So, plywood. Generally quite an untidy piece of timber to cut, isn't it? End up with a frayed edge. So I thought we'd try to see what they're like, one, to adjust. Take our batteries out first.
Of course, safety first.
Safety first, Ali. So, same sort of design as the old saw on this one, up round. And pull your thing down.
One thing I did mention to you about this one, which I really like, is when you adjust your height on this one, it's got like little notches in it. So you get a precise, so say you wanted to cut 20 mil, you can actually slide it up and it actually slots into that 20 mil.
Yeah. And then the notch it clicks into.
Yes.
Yeah. Like a ratchet.
Yeah.
Sort of almost.
So that's a really nice little feature, that. I like that.
It's cool.
Got a bloody splinter in there.
You got a splinter? Aw. I just noticed you've actually got your Milwaukee t-shirt on.
Yeah, I know. Didn't you get the memo?
I didn't. Mine's in the wash.
Actually, I'm quite pleased because I fit in a large. And you're going to get me an extra large.
And to be fair, they did say that the Milwaukee sizes are really big.
No, they're not. No, get away. All right, it's more like a skirt, but other than that, it's it's quite nice. I like it. You wouldn't want to go out on a cold day though.
Why is it cold this morning? Is it?
Yeah, look at that. Nearly hang me mask off.
Anyway, let's do an angle cut, shall we? So mine is on the traditional knob, the same as the old Gen 1 M18.
Yeah.
Again, I'm going to take my battery out for health and safety purposes. Oh my God, I can't believe you adjusted the angle without without removing the battery first. You're so dangerous, James.
Was that your Indian accent?
Huh? That's for our beautiful American friends.
What angle are you getting at?
That's maximum
flat
50.
out 50, is it? Flat out 50.
Flat out 50.
And I like this. This is an upgrade over your old model because this is like a tightening clamp opposed to like a thumb wheel.
You got a cam.
Yeah, offset cam or something like that. So you just go like that, and then just put your compression on.
That is a fair angle, isn't it, on both of them? Obviously, they both do 50 degrees, but how well do they do 50 degrees? Obviously, I'm not going to be able to get through a scaffold board because mine doesn't go deep enough.
No,
obviously, it limits the more the angle, the less of the depth of cut you've got.
It does. Angles always make things look bigger, James.
They do. Whew.
That's how you do it, James. In one cut, mate. In one cut.
Just because yours is bigger than mine. So one thing that test did prove, I know the M12 didn't go through it, we could have used a thinner piece of timber. And people were like, oh, why didn't they use a thinner bit of timber? Well, we didn't. But I can confirm that the angles are bang on the same as each other. And I just put measurement to that. Now the M12 will cut down to 24 millimeters at 50 degrees.
Okay.
Rather than obviously, it will cut up to, what was that?
47 is
47,
the
that's
maximum
it.
depth.
No, 46. 46 will cut 45 millimeter timber.
42,
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's really the only limitation to that, because to be honest with you,
it will still cut.
unless you really cut another bigger stuff than that, that's the only reason you really need to go M18.
It is. Yeah, unless you really want to be doing lots of fast cuts.
Yeah.
For any reason, for whatever reason that might be. But yeah, no, cool. Both saws are very, very nice. Now we're going to go over the little features and bits and pieces we do like about them and compare it to my old one as well. Because you just looked up the RPMs, didn't you?
Yeah, so this one's actually got 5,000 RPM, this one's 6,000 RPM, so basically that's got 20% more power, or more speed, not power.
Yeah. Speed and power.
Slightly different bore size on the blade.
Yeah.
So you have blades for this.
15.83 millimeters.
And that's 20, so you wouldn't be able to swap those blades onto that one.
Which now I haven't looked, but...
Although your collets, you might be able to change your collets on there.
Yeah, true.
Slip it on.
But trying to get that blade, and it's the fourth blade I've had, I've only had to get Milwaukee blades. Because I'm guessing that's an imperial measurement.
Yes.
And that's why it's on there. But I think 20 mil blades are more of a standard size, so you can actually put other blades on it if you wanted to. Obviously, only use Milwaukee blades on your Milwaukee tools, but yeah, that could be a thing. Let me know in the comments if that is. Are 20 mil blades easy to get hold of and a little bit more cost effective? Because the blades for that one, made me cough every single time I bought one. They hurt.
The other difference, maximum depth, 55 mil,
Yeah.
57. So does that mean there's a standard size of timber that this is better suited for?
Possibly, but I'm presuming, does that mean just the base, or obviously that it's lower, isn't it? The centre of that blade is obviously lower.
Yeah.
It's the same size blade.
Yes.
Outer blade, anyway. Couple little features I really like. They've both got blowers in them, new ones compared to the old one. So when you power up the tool, it actually pushes the wind from the flywheel, I guess,
the
fan on the end of the motor, out onto your cut line. So it's blowing your sawdust away from your cut line so you can see your cut line easier.
Although I don't think much of the dust extraction system.
No, we definitely need to sort that out. Hence why you probably saw us put masks on halfway through, which we probably should have done to start with. But anyway, another really nice feature I like on the M12 compared to the M18 is that your guide for where you're going up through on your cut line is actually, there's a lot more to look at on the M12 than there is on the M18. Do you see that? It's a little bit longer.
Yeah.
You've got a little bit more to sort of just follow.
Bit more visibility potentially. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot more visibility. Now, compared to the old saw, every time you went into a piece of wood, you'd have to hold the flap back, the guard, and go into the timber. For the simple reason is because the angle, I'm just going to take the battery out of this while I'm going near the blade. The angle of this on both of these are now the same. And that definitely, from those tests, just pushes that back up a lot easier than the original does.
You should call it the shoe.
Oh, the shoe.
The shoe, I quite like that.
The shoe of the guard. But as you go into it, you always, on the old one, depending on the size of timber, you had to go into it and lift up the guard first and go through. Whereas with these, you haven't had to do that at all. So it must have just, the ergonomics of the shoe, this is coming out now, isn't it? It's obviously a lot better on those two new tools than it is on the old one. Yeah, really, really like that. Adjustment and everything, gone through all of that. Obviously, both got power state brushless motors. So did the old one. But both fuel.
But it's the compactness that wins with that, isn't it?
Definitely, well, as we said at the beginning, we thought it was going to be the case. The compactness wins on that, and the power wins on that.
And then if you are cutting up, isn't it? If you think about it, if you're cutting up against edges, the difference in thickness of the machine as well.
I thought you meant you were going to go, let's cut this.
Oh yeah, double whammy, just do it at the same time. Might be a tool out there that does that, doesn't it?
That might well be, mate. Yeah, there we go. So there, I like it. Now you have got a belt hook on the side of the M18.
Yeah.
And you've got your stud hook or crook on the top. That one is all in one. It's a single on the M12, but double on that one. I don't think there's any other differences that I can see. Now, you might have guessed, we're not chippies, we're not carpenters, we're not woodworking professionals.
We'll just chip off the old block.
Or there might be a chip on our shoulder. But let us know in the comments if you can help out other people. You know a little bit more about these than we do, or other saws on the market that might suit them. Now, Milwaukee make a lovely back-handled saw, which is very nice. Now, I used that when I was in Monaco, and that does make a big difference. So I think if you're doing a lot of cuts all day long, the ergonomics of that is a lot better rather than having your hand like this with your wrist bent.
Yeah.
That back-handle one where you're pushing it through the timber is nice.
The other thing is the track saw.
Yes.
Obviously, we looked initially.
The track saw.
That one's not track ready, so you can't put it on the rail. Smooth.
Where it was smooth.
You can't put that on the track or on the rails right away. I think you can though, can't you? Can you buy adapters or not?
Pass, but you can. The next one up from that, Milwaukee do make a circular saw which does go on the track.
Okay.
So it doesn't have to be the plunge saw. So obviously this is the plunge, which goes down through like that, which we've done a video on previously.
So if you're doing like long board cutting, 8x4 sheets or something like that, you put your rail down, clamp it down on either end, put that on, and it would give you a straight line without having to use a guide, basically.
Yeah, that's more of your everyday saw.
Yeah.
This is more your precision cutting, hence why it's got more of a precision cutting blade as well. Well, that's got more of a ripping. Well, both got ripping blades, as I'd call them, on there. There we go. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it's been informative. Hope you've learnt something, or hopefully you can help other people in the comments below by giving some constructive and some helpful feedback for others looking at going between M12 and M18.
Well, I know one thing for sure.
What's that?
My back pocket is going to be a bit lighter because I think I'm going to buy one of these.
You like that, don't you? Do you like it?
It is nice.
Yeah, it is a compact little saw. But the question is, I had to buy one.
I hate Milwaukee.
You hate Milwaukee.
Bring out new tools all the time and you just want them, don't you? That's the only downside to Milwaukee.
You definitely want it now. You know,
Yeah, I know.
I've got to replace that one for a better saw. Now, which one do I have? I don't know. I'm going to hang them both up. I think they've both got a good use. So I've now got 4 theoretically circular saws from the brand of red and black that I love.
There we go.
Anyway,
We're going to link another Milwaukee video at the end of this one.
just there. Check that out, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much.
Cheerio.
Cheerio.